All right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining me today. Let's make this quick. One thunderstorm just went over. One's on top of us, and I don't know what's still coming behind it. It's kind of coming in waves, and so it's a little drizzle here, but let's get going quick. So I wanted to talk strip till, and I know what you're saying is like, hey, isn't strip till for early spring or late fall conversation? But one of my, actually I had two landlords compliment us this year, and about how their fields did not have washouts and stuff, and talking to another landlord, talking to one of the landlords, and right around behind the camera, right around the corner, is usually a pretty big low wet spot where you get, you know, out of that 5-acre little piece, you get a third of a crop back there. And this year, perfect, beautiful crop everywhere, hardly a plant missing. And right here at this grass spot, I'll zoom you in, right there at that grass spot, that would be normally the same thing, and that's why I wanted to show you this video. So that grass spot is the start of a dip, and that dip runs, and then you see that brown weed patch, and it keeps running, and then it goes towards that house, and but on the tree line over here is where the water gets to, and then it gets very flat. And I guess it's very exciting when your landlord calls you and says, hey, you actually have a really good looking crop out there, figure out your weed program and you're on to something. But it's very nice to hear that it's nice to hear it and see it, that what you're doing is kind of working. And on this field, historically speaking, on soybeans, you're talking about 8 to 9 acres of zero production that you're paying rent, seed, fertilizer, chemical on, plus your labor going over the field, and then to get a net zero, a big fat goose egg in the fall. And that, you know, off of a 45-acre field, that's 20 to 25%. That's about 22% production loss. On the 100-acre field just behind you, about 1.5 miles, we measured 18 acres of a big old zero last year. I don't know about you, but 28 acres between 150 acres that had a big zero this year on soybeans. At today's prices, you're talking a potential somewhere around $18,000 of income that you have a chance to get now versus had nothing before. And that, I don't know about you guys, but $18,000 is a lot to me. And so, you know, when that's just 2 fields is more potential revenue than the cost of the machine, that's not hard math to do. That's not hard math to do. And so I got excited. So I just wanted you guys to see that, because in our soil, I've talked about it before, it doesn't matter if that was no-till, conventional till, even a tile line under that. I can tell you where every one of the tile lines are on some of my neighbors' fields, because it's always where the crop is dipped. Because the water just does not go through our soil. And so you put a tile where water collects. The problem is when you do tillage in our soil above the tile line, the water can't get to the tile. And so you have a dip in the field just like that. It doesn't matter, full till, no till, doesn't matter. The only thing I found in my fields that can cure all them little dip spots like that is the strip till machine. It tears that soil open. It takes a lot of the summer for that ground to heal back up. So you got all this wet spring, and nobody's arguing if I say, yeah, we've kind of had a wet spring. I don't think anybody's like, oh yeah, here comes Mr. Storyteller again. Like, I think most people are sitting back being like, yeah, he ain't lying this year. So by rights, well, historically speaking, on this field, and that's why I compare me to me. I never compare me. Everybody always asks, like, what do your neighbors think of what you're doing? Blah, blah, blah. I could give 2 craps. They don't pay my bills, I don't pay their bills. I give 2 craps what they're doing, except for the neighbors that are having dirty water go down the ditches with all the city people traffic, because them are the ones that are going to bring regulations to our area. But when I look at this field, the several soybean crops prior, and that little spot was a big zero. We strip till it this year, and that spot did what I expected it to do because of how the strip till and our soil is working together. I consider that a success, and I consider it a very big deal when we're talking about this kind of dollars. You know what I mean? And so I think I'm just going to leave it right there and end it short, sweet, happy Sunday. And yeah, I'm not leaving it right there. You can't end that quick. I mean, to grow more acres on the acres you're already paying for. Think about it, I got 4 fields around here that between the 4 of them on the 0 productive spots would be almost 45 acres. Well, think about it, I'd have to go rent another field to make up for the lack of production on these fields. So doesn't it make more sense to just work on the productivity of the land I have instead of playing this stupid game of fighting for more acres? I'm going to get some more acres because they're strategically good fields to us, and so I'm going to go after some of them fields, but that's a different conversation. Here comes the rain. But yeah, so I don't know. I hope this made sense to you guys. I'm just going to leave it right there this time for sure. And it's Sunday. It's raining. Good day to go sit in the recliner, eat my bonbons, and just have a nice day. And so, all right, guys, thank you very much.